want them to see us.
I'm not the expert on the podcast. Hopefully we're live right now. House Divided episode. What is it?
It's your show, man.
2, 3, 4. Episode 4 to round out the month. First week of February. As you can see, we have finally our first guest on the show. So Jackson from 2v Tuesdays, hopefully starting back up soon.
Hopefully.
First guest that we had, but as you can see, we lost the other half of the house tonight. Joey was unable to make it tonight, so
he's already in the comments though.
What did he say?
He said, "Hold down the fort, Jackson."
So we got Jackson gonna be our first guest picker. A little game day-esque action we're gonna have.
He said, "Nosebleed Neeks, hold it down."
Yeah, if you did see our post on the Instagram, I think Insane Games talked about it last week. Went to the Syracuse game. Joey had his little box seat, free drinks, free food, the boot. Like, they're in the box. They got everything. And the rest of us were outcast to the nosebleeds at the Carrier Dome. We couldn't see shit. We couldn't see anything. We might as well have watched it on TV. We basically did watch it on the scoreboard there. But yeah, again, Jackson's our first guest picker of the podcast. So we're probably going to do some sort of graphic on the Instagram, kind of update it with how many units our guests were up or down. Keep track of that through the year, maybe quarterly, yearly, something. They're going to get a prize, whoever had the best one. Jackson's in charge of keeping track of chat right now as well. A little update from Brett. He said, "Love the shirt."
Mine?
Yeah, Jackson wearing the shout out to Brett Rodriguez baseball camp. Volunteer, first annual. Jackson out there raking the fields, got the free shirt. Getting everything ready, and we'll have a little crossover. Brett will probably be on next episode. I guess we'll kick it off with, I know I put out some plays earlier today. Coastal Carolina looks god-awful. I'm going to check the updated scores right now. I know when I checked earlier, like 5 minutes before we came on, they were down by 10. I have a money line, so that's awesome. Awesome way to start the show. And then I have Indiana State, so let's check on both of those. Indiana State, they're laying 4 to Evansville. They're up 5 right now, about 14 minutes left in that one. And then Coastal is down 10 still. So it looks like we're going to split on that one. We had our first hockey play of the year. A little tip from our resident hockey player in the podcast. He might be on at some point. We had the Hurricanes over the Bruins away. He had been saying the Bruins are out some of their best players. Hurricanes have lost 2 after the break. They need to get a win here. So we had them money line. That's looking good. They're up after the first period. I think that's it for tonight. And then, what's going on? What are you laughing at?
Brett just said Niko could be better. I think it's a little delayed. I didn't see the Brett one until just like a minute ago. So
he texted me.
Oh, did he?
All right. So Jackson did, before we get into any Super Bowl stuff, anything like that, Jackson had a golf play for this weekend. Jackson might be our resident golf guy too.
We'll see.
We got a little bit of experts in each sport. But who did you have in the this tournament? We just looked at the live odds to update it. So if you want to play match Jackson's play, you can. Who'd you have?
I got a Stuart Sink. He is
Stuart Sink.
Currently -5, and he's on hole 15 right now. So we'll see how he finishes out. But he's plus 4,000 right now. So pretty good odds, I'd say. And
not likely to win. He's 80 years old. Let's see if he can pull this one out.
I mean, we got to see how he finishes this round, but the leader.
Well, you're giving away the play right now. You gotta people aren't gonna be able to see when he finishes the round. They just know right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's just he's playing right now, so I don't know. But the leader is only -7, so he's got 3 more holes. So we'll see what he can do.
So he's 2 back, 7 under leader, and it was a scrub. First and second were both like goons. But you had Brooks at 5 under, Rahm at 4 under.
Yeah, there's like 5 people tied for
JT was around there.
Like 6 or 7 tied.
Yeah, but I don't care about the weirdos that are in first and second right now. They'll have a day where they're going to be like 6 over. So
I think the guy in first is like that really young kid who like just made it onto the tour.
Oh, the one that was always on like Instagram?
Yeah, I believe it's that guy. So
okay, well he's in first still. Ooh, Coastal only down 7. Comeback, baby. Got to keep an eye on that throughout the show. So, yeah, we have a bunch of Super Bowl picks. I do have Joe's picks here, so even though he's not on the podcast, we'll still get his plays out today. And then I'll throw a graphic up from my picks, Joe's picks, and then Jackson will have our first guest picks out. Maybe throw it up Saturday or probably Sunday morning. I'll update from our hockey guy. Second goal scored, Hurricanes up 2-0 on the Bruins. So if you're following along, we're looking like 2-1 right now. If Coastal can come back, I hate Georgia State. I bet against them every game. It's good to me the whole season until Saturday. Lost on the South Alabama against them. I bet I've won a few Coastal games already this year, so let's hope that comes back. So we got Jackson's golf play for the weekend. And then I did want to touch on the jersey giveaway. I know we had talked about it briefly last week. So we're going to do – the jersey is going to be coming from the winning team. I did throw a poll up on the Instagram today for everyone to comment their favorite player from each team, which jersey we'd want to see. Right now, if the Bengals do win – it was pretty no-brainer. Most of the votes are for Joe Burrow. We did have some other guys thrown in there. So the Bengals win. We're going to be giving away a Joe Burrow jersey. And then for the Rams, it looks like the leader right now is Matt Gay. So if the Rams win, we're giving away a Matt Gay jersey, it looks like. And then so for this one, I think we're going to do – so next Thursday on the podcast – we're going to have that's going to be our like entry podcast. So to enter, all you have to be following the Instagram, and you have to comment live during the stream. So you can say whatever you want. We'll be able to go back and look at all the comments. You could say like "fuck you guys," or you could say like "I want to enter the contest." You suck at picking. Say whatever you want. We'll get that'll get an entry into the contest, and again, be following the Instagram. We'll kind of check those, and then when you do follow us on Instagram, just DM us your Twitch name that you're commenting with, just because I don't know, I'm not going to know who anyone's name is, and we got Jay Crowder in the chat half the time. I know who it is, but sometimes I won't if I don't know you guys already. So just DM us your name too, just so we can get you if you do win, and then the following week, and we'll put out right when we decide who won for each team. You still have maybe 12 hours, probably like 16 to vote for whose jersey you want. We'll put that out tomorrow, who won from each team, and then Sunday we'll officially announce the winning jersey and get that on order. Then again, enter on the following Thursday, and then the winner will be announced the week after on that Thursday live. We'll get a wheel, get that spinning for the giveaway, and then we're going to do a few other giveaways Joe and I had talked about. We're going to do one. Our March giveaway is going to be a college basketball jersey. We're between Johnny Davis, Kofi Coburn, and someone else. And then I think for April we're going to do a early MLB, like spring training MLB giveaway. Probably going to be Vlad Jr., I think we settled on. It was between Tatis, Ohtani, and Vladdy. I think we're going Vladdy for April. But again, we'll announce those contests when the months come out. But okay, all right. So the main event of the night is the Super Bowl preview. A very house divided on this one, as I know. I don't know what you have. Did you pick the game or just props?
I have the game too.
Okay, so I know very house divided. I bet the Rams after the last game last Sunday instantly. Wanted to get that out. I have no faith in the Bengals. Granted, I am 0-3 betting against the Bengals this playoffs, but I'm a anti-Bengals guy. Bet the Rams instantly, and Joe is on Bengals money line. Doesn't even want the points. He thinks Joe Burrow has got it. He's electric. So we're already house divided. Do you have you gonna break the tie?
I'm siding with Joe here. I'm going Bengals.
Money line, or are you taking the points?
What is it, +4?
4.
Yeah, I'd probably take the points.
Yeah, take the points.
Play it safe.
They're both pretty reliant on their kickers this year. Like Matt Gay and McPherson have been pretty clutch for both their respective teams, so I could definitely see it coming down to that. I don't think so. I think the Rams are going to win by a good amount, but I've been wrong before. But yeah, smart to take the points. I mean, those odds are pretty good on the Bengals. If you believe in them, no one thought they were going to beat. Well, some people did, but no one thought they were going to beat the Chiefs, really. I thought they would barely beat the Raiders, honestly. I took the 7 there, or whatever it was, 6.5. But, all right, so first guest agrees with Joe. Not a good look for me, but we'll see on Sunday. So I have the Rams. You're both on the Bengals. Do you want... Maybe I'll give Joe's picks out right now just because he's not here. We'll get his out of the way. So if you have any of these, feel free to chime in that you have them. So Joe is on tails on the coin toss.
I do have tails on the coin toss.
Okay, so you're 2 for 2 in agreeing with Joe. I'm not a coin toss guy. I'm not going to have any of those, any of the weird props. Anthem, Gatorade, maybe day of, spur of the moment. I'll play it a little bit, but I usually am all game props.
I saw a TikTok. They think it's going to be white.
White Gatorade?
White Gatorade.
Because they think the Rams are going to win.
Well, the
Bengals
the theory is that they have 3 different flavors at the game, and that the 2 good flavors will be drank during the game, so therell be 1 left over. It's a shitty flavor of Gatorade to drink.
There was so if you are on the Bengals, I know I listened to I don't know who's watching right now. I know if Drew's there with Joe, he's a Pardon My Take guy. Luke sometimes. Sam Hubbard, the Bengals D-end, had an interview on Pardon My Take, and he said that they asked him what color Gatorade they have on the sideline, the Bengals, and he said, come to think of it, we've only ever had orange, like this whole year. It's the Bengals, it's orange.
It makes sense. It does make sense.
So if you are a believer in the Bengals and think they're going to win, you might want to throw that into the play, maybe a little parlay on it. Bengals win orange Gatorade just to get a little extra boost.
Yeah.
Although it would be a heartbreaker if they switched it up on you. But all right, so Joe and Jackson both on tails. Joe is going with Joe Burrow over 1.5 passing touchdowns, minus 150 on it. So it's not great odds, but it is most likely going to happen. The Bengals are probably a better team when they're able to run the ball. They haven't really been able to, and I don't really see them being too able to against the Rams. Rams have a pretty good defensive front. So that means Burrow's passing. I kind of like the over 1.5. He's fading Cooper Kupp in this one. Cooper Kupp under 105 yards, under 8.5 receptions. So if you've watched the Rams, they're force-feeding Cooper Kupp. You think every week maybe they're going to be able to stop him. Maybe they're going to double cover him, something. He's open every game. But Joe thinks Super Bowl, they're going to go away from him. He's taking the unders. I mean, those are super high totals. He's going over 3.5 receptions for Tyler Boyd. I know I do have this one. I have some other Boyd plays. CJ Uzomah went down last game. I think he's supposed to play, but you never know if he's nicked up, if he's going to be 100%. And Boyd's that slot guy. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3", but he plays the slot a lot, catches everything. I think that's going to be the safety blanket for Burrow. You'd think Ramsey's going to be... Ramsey doesn't really follow. He doesn't shadow. He plays one side of the field a lot. But you'd think he's going to be on... They're going to have someone over the top on Chase. Ramsey honestly matches up pretty well against T. Higgins just because of the size. So I think it's going to be Boyd's game. He has Evan McPherson, the Bengals kicker, over 7.5 kicking points. Joe Mixon, anytime touchdown. That's plus money. It's plus 100, but still, I think the starting running back's pretty good bet to score a touchdown. He has Odell anytime touchdown at plus 140, along with Boyd I'm very high on Odell. I've been on his props all playoffs. They've pretty much all hit, so I do like that. He's on Boyd anytime touchdown. I think that was plus 240. And then, like I said before, Bengals money line. So those are Joe's picks. And again, I'll put the graphic out on Saturday or Sunday, so you'll be able to see them. But, I mean, if you're watching right now, you might want to get some of these bets in if you really like them, because obviously as more people ride on the bets, the odds are going to change, the lines are going to change. So just so you know now, Jackson, you want to go over your picks now?
Yeah. So we got the coin toss tails out of the way. I have first touchdown score. I have T. Higgins plus 1,200.
Okay. Plus 1,200. Good odds. T. Higgins, a red zone guy. I could see it.
So that's the first one. Then we got anytime touchdown. I have the Rams defense / special teams.
Okay.
That's
I think
plus
I have
600.
that one in there. I think I do have that one in there.
I'm pretty confident with that one, but we'll see.
But you're a Bengals guy.
So doesn't mean I don't think the Rams are going to score at all. Then we have Leonard Floyd over 3.5 tackles plus assists.
Okay.
That's plus 130.
Okay.
I was looking
Leonard
at his,
Floyd guy.
I was looking at his games. He's pretty consistent, like around 3, 4, 5 tackles a game. So
okay, he needs 4. That's all he needs.
we'll see. Then I have Joe Burrow over 10.5 rushing yards. It's minus 110, but
Yeah, that's a normal bet. Quick update from our hockey guy. 3-0 Hurricanes over the Bruins. Hopefully you were tailing on that game. But, all right, continue.
okay. So yeah, Joe Burrow over 10.5 rushing yards. I have Van Jefferson over 2.5 receptions.
Okay.
I was also looking at his games.
Grinding in the dirt on these lines. You're picking some sketch things.
That's plus 120. So,
Okay.
but
All he
he
needs
hovers
is
around. He does hover around 3. I know. I was looking at his last game. He had 5 targets, only 2 receptions. But
Yep. I had him over 30 yards last game. He had like 20.
we'll see.
He
He
is
doesn't
a
need
deep
yards.
threat.
He just needs receptions. So we'll see. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Just so quick again. It was Van Jefferson over 2.5 catches.
Joe Burrow over
10.5
10.5
rushing yards.
Leonard Floyd over 3.5 tackles. Rams
D
defense
touchdown.
and then
T. Higgins first.
score.
Bengals
Bengals
plus 4.
plus 4.
All right.
Tails on the coin.
Yeah,
flip.
tails in the coin flip. Weird picks. All right, I'm going to try and explain why I picked what I did. I have a lot. I have 19 plays in the Super Bowl. So bear with me here. And again, if you don't want to listen, you can feel free to leave. You can just see the picture when we put it out on the Instagram. So like I said, Rams minus 4. Big on the Rams. The Bengals offensive line stinks. This is finally going to be the week that it's going to bite them in the ass. Aaron Donald, Von Miller, your boy Leonard Floyd for some reason. They have a lot of rotational pieces as well. I just think it's bound to happen that the line's going to collapse. Aaron Donald was playing like a madman last game, like willing the Rams to win against the Niners. That's just not going to go over well. The Bengals, whoever their right tackle is, gets thrown on the ground 15 times a game. You have Leonard Floyd and Von Miller on each side. That's not going to go well, and you're going to have some stunts with Aaron Donald kicking outside. It's not going to be great. I mean, Burrow has shown that he can break tackles in the pocket, get the ball out. The receivers win. I also am on Joe Burrow over 10.5 rushing yards. It makes sense. He's going to be under duress the whole game. I've been on his over rushing yards the last 2 weeks. They've both hit. Just him scrambling out of the pocket. And he's a guy he's running for the first down. He's not sliding. He's diving head first, like Fitzpatrick style, trucking through people. And with that being said, I'm also on top of that going with Joe Burrow anytime touchdown, which means rushing or receiving. One, I think that he's going to have to escape the pocket and run him in. I think the Rams D-line is going to be too good that if they get close, it's not going to be I mean, Mixon very well could score. He's pretty good, pretty high favorite too. But just a little like bootleg, naked boot, Joe Burrow outside, plus 650 on that. So better value than the Rams defense to score. And then also he could get a receiving touchdown. The Super Bowl is when everyone breaks out their weird trick plays. Yeah, Philly, could have a little Cincy action. So that covers him receiving or rushing. So I really like that one. And then here come my Odell props. So Odell over 62.5 receiving yards. Odell over an alternate line over 100 yards, and that's plus 400. And then Odell over 5.5 receptions, that's plus 120. That's plus money as well. And then Odell first touchdown plus 900. Like Joey's doing, fading Cooper Kupp. That's what I've been doing all playoffs. It hasn't worked out like that. Cooper Kupp hasn't done good because he's done amazing every game. But Odell's been over like 80 yards both games, the last 2 games. He's kind of been their guy, like their Robert Woods possession guy. Whereas like I know you think Cooper Kupp, you think possession, but he's kind of their big play guy right now. He's breaking up the seams. So I think Odell's a pretty good bet on those slants, little out routes, little buttons where he just sits in the zone. And 5.5's not that much. Just it's all about like a storyline thing. That's what our dad always says to me with like, what's going to be the best storyline? What do you think's going to happen? Everyone's going to eat up Odell, run out of the Giants, run out of the Browns organization. Oh, he's not a team player. He stinks. He's a diva. Now he's in LA, biggest spotlight there is. He's in the Super Bowl. I could very well see. I don't hate the value on Odell, Super Bowl MVP either. I'm not going to take it just because there's so many, like, if he does well, I'm assuming Cooper Kupp's going to do well. That means Stafford will probably get it. People like that story as well, too, like Stafford going from the crap Lions teams to the Super Bowl. But so I had Beckham over 62.5, over 100 alternate line, 5.5 receptions, first touchdown. Going Matthew Stafford over 281. I mean, if I think that Odell's going to do over 100, you got to think Cooper Kupp's going to get right around that. Yeah, you're already at 200 without any other guys, Higbee, any of the running backs, Van Jefferson, any of the other guys they have. That other little receiver that's getting open somehow, like Blanton, whatever his name is. And then I have my Tyler Boyd line. So like I said before, anything Odell, anything Tyler Boyd, I love in this game. Tyler Boyd over 39.5 receiving yards. Love that. Tyler Boyd over 70 receiving yards, an alternate line. That's plus 350. So pretty good value. And like I said earlier when I was talking about your and Joe's picks, Boyd's, if Uzama is not 100%, he's going to be the safety valve for Burrow. He's going to be the guy that's going to get probably a good amount of targets, especially if they're locking Chase up. It could be T. Higgins. My money's on Boyd. He just seems to be the safer option. He catches like everything. So I'm going to go with him over 70 alt and over 39.5. And then I have him anytime touchdown with Joe plus 230. I have Sony Michel. This one hurts me because I love Cam Akers, but he did not look good last game. He didn't look good the game before, and they kept feeding him. Then last game, Michel got involved a little bit. I couldn't find his rush line on any of the books I was checking, so stay tuned for Sunday. I might be able to find that. But Sony Michel, anytime touchdown, plus 250. He's looked a lot better than Cam Akers this year. I mean, give Akers credit. He tore his Achilles and came back in the same season. So that's pretty cool. But Sony Michel, who I used to think was terrible, has played a lot better. So I'm going to give him anytime touchdown plus 250 on that. And then I have Cam Akers. Again, I'm fading that. Under 16.5 receiving yards. He is more of the receiving back. And his rushing line is pretty high. But just in case I'm wrong, I'm going to take the receiving yards because I think even if he does play the whole game, he could still go under.
Bless.
Thank you. Then I'm going to go some weird Super Bowl bets, things that I think could happen. Samaje Perine's rushing yard line is 3.5. He's the Bengals' backup running back. I mean, there's no reason to not take that. He gets carries usually every game anyway. If Mixon goes down, he easily gets that, obviously. Mixon needs to get a breather. He's in there. He's in there a good amount in 3.5, and it's minus 110, so it's not like it's crazy favorite odds. I'd say that's my favorite bet of this whole card at just standard 110 odds. So Pirine over 3.5. Jamar Chase's rushing line's also 3.5. And like I was saying earlier, I think that they're going to have to double cover him, put someone over the top on him. And it's the Super Bowl. You want to get your best player the ball. They're going to have to manufacture touches. So if they give him an end around or two, put him in the backfield. I mean, everyone's been watching Deebo Samuel get 10 carries a game. People want to get their best player the ball. So 3.5 yards is all he's got to do. The only thing that worries me about it is if he gets one end around. And like I said, the Rams have good ends. If one of them blows it up and he gets like a 7-8 yard loss on the play, it's going to be tough to bounce back from that, even if he does get a few other carries. But I still like it. 3.5, it's not much. You might as well go for it. And then I did have Rams D anytime touchdown plus 600. Boyd over 3.5 receiving yards. To go back with my Boyd, I forgot to mention that earlier. Or not receiving yards, receptions.
Yeah.
And then my 2 long shot picks for the MVP. I don't like betting on Super Bowl MVP favorites. There's not a lot of value, like Stafford. They have to win. It's plus 100. The defensive player could do good. Like if Cooper Kupp does too well or Odell does too well, he'll get it. So the value's not there. Burrow's like plus 200. Better value, but I still don't love it. So I just have some long shots. It's probably going to be like a 0.2 unit play. Just throw a little bit on it just in case. So my first one, I was all over Aaron Donald at first for MVP for the Rams. He opened at like plus 2,500, and now it's all the way down to like 13 or 1,200. I don't love it. I went with, from the Rams, Von Miller. Recent trade acquisition. He is older, so you could say he doesn't have a lot left in the tank. He's not as spry as everyone else right now, but he did have a few sacks last week. He's been to the Super Bowl. I think he won Super Bowl MVP before. He's just a dominant edge rusher, and there's the key edge rusher. I don't think the Bengals, their whole line's terrible, but I'm sorry, I should have looked up the right tackle's name first. It's like something with an S, I think. He's the worst player I've ever seen play football in my life. If Von Miller, they're going to be rotating these pieces. Von Miller, technically sound. He's still got the athleticism. If he goes up against that guy even 30% of the time he's in the field, he should have at least 2-3 sacks. He gets a strip sack in there. That's why I kind of like that Rams D touchdown. Don't think it's going to be off a pick six. I think it's going to be off a strip sack. If he's on that edge, if he has 2-3 sacks, forced fumble, you can't ask for anything more. And plus 4,000 odds on MVP. I mean, that was the best value for me from the Rams. Again, like I said, if I was going to do anything else, it would be Odell. I think he's 1,800. And then for the Bengals, this guy is the bottom of the list for players that are eligible to bet on. So plus 10,000, the lowest odds you can get. Evan McPherson, the kicker. You could say a kicker would never win MVP. That's a terrible bet. Again, I'm doing 0.2 units on plus 10,000 bet. Least favored player to win. If you've watched any of the Bengals games in the playoffs, especially towards the end of the regular season, playoffs, I don't think it was the Chiefs game. It might have been the one before the Titans game. I think he had 4 field goals in the game, hit the game winner. If he does, granted, obviously that's not likely to happen. But if the Bengals score 1 or 2 touchdowns and he has 3-4 field goals and hits the game winner, I don't see why he couldn't win. If the Titans game was the Super Bowl, the MVP is McPherson of the game. He's hitting 50-yarders. I don't see why that is unlikely for him to win if that does happen. I mean, you could say he's only on the field for 5 plays a game. I get it, but that Titans game, he was the MVP of the game. He's hit clutch kicks in every one of their wins. He's always out there at the end of the game hitting a 50, 55-yarder. And if he can get a few of those, then that's money. And plus 10,000 odds. Like I said, I'm not going to go for the quarterbacks. I think this isn't Jamar Chase's game. Bengals defense, Jesse Bates, I didn't even look at what his value was, but he's been a playmaker all year. That wouldn't be... If I was going defense, I'd probably go him over Hendrickson, over Hubbard, over Logan Wilson, any of those other guys if I was going defense. But yeah, so I'm going to go Von Miller from the Rams and McPherson from the Bengals. Those are super long shots. I wouldn't advise putting a ton of money on that. But just to throw a little something on it, you never know what would happen. I mean, I put 0.2 on McPherson. I get like a 20-unit win on that. So I'm completely fine with that. So we do have that. That wraps up all my picks. I might have some more. Honestly, might have some more. Has there been anything in chat since we've been away?
We got Jobo saying Kane's up 3-0.
Yep.
We got I Love Hello Kitty asking if the Super Bowl is this weekend.
Super Bowl is this weekend.
That's been it.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Coastal's definitely not going to win. So that's how my other one does. But yeah, Kane's up 3-0. 4-0 now. Great pick by our hockey insider. We'll have to get him on. Second period, 4-0 already. Pretty crazy. Chechnikov scored. Former number 1 pick, I think. Number 1 or 2. But yeah, so those are the Super Bowl picks. I'm going to need them to hit now because my basketball picks aren't looking good. Hopefully one of them can pull out. I can at least go 2-1 tonight. What?
We got Dam314 asking who's got the dumbest prop bet.
The dumbest prop bet, in my eyes, it's both Joe and Jackson on tails.
Coin toss.
I mean, I guess theoretically it's 50-50. So statistically isn't the worst one. But
it's pretty high percentage.
But I would say that there's no skill involved in picking that. I would
tails never fails.
Let's see if there was any update on the votes. Okay, some more votes, but nothing of consequence to the leading vote getters right now. So again, if you're watching, we'll probably wrap up a little early today. If you're watching, head over to the Instagram. We have a poll up for favorite Ram and favorite Bengal. So we're not just interested in who your favorite players are. It's for the jersey giveaway. So just list whoever jersey you would want. Answer the question, and then again, right now it's Burrow and Matt Gay, the leading vote getters. So if you want to change that for the giveaway, and I think the Rams are going to win, so we're likely giving away a Matt Gay jersey. So if you don't want to see that, you like Stafford, you like Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, you like Robert Woods.
I feel like you're just enticing people to vote
you
for
like
Matt Gay now.
We haven't even had one vote for Odell Beckham. We would think that it's New York. People somewhat like Odell Beckham. Maybe
like
sour.
Matt Gay.
Maybe people. We did have a Johnny Hecker vote in there, so we had the punter. I kind of like Johnny Hecker. But yeah, and then again, like I said, for the other jersey giveaways, we're gonna do it differently each time. I think for March, we'll probably do a bracket challenge through the channel. Winner gets the jersey. Free entry, obviously. Just want to grow the channel a little bit. But yeah, again, the Instagram, it's at, we are House Divided IGTV, if you were wondering. So go check that out. Vote on the story. Stay in touch with us for the giveaways we're going to do monthly. And again, we'll clip this, but next week, you definitely want to be watching the stream. That's going to be your entry into the jersey giveaway. So you got to be watching next week. Anything else?
Comment, right?
Yeah. Well, you got to comment, but I'll mention that at the beginning of the stream if you're watching. So yeah, be watching next week. Comment on the stream. Follow us. Message us your Twitch handle just so we know if you did comment, and then you'll be entered to win the jersey, which will be announced the following week. Anything else?
And comment, right?
Yeah. Well, you got to comment, but I'll mention that at the beginning of the stream if you're watching. So yeah, be watching next week. Comment on the stream. Follow us. Message us your Twitch handle just so we know if you did comment, and then you'll be entered to win the jersey, which will be announced the following week. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. Anything else? Yeah, any updates on Stuart Sink?
He finished -4.
4 under?
Yeah.
Okay, so he went down, so he's probably got better odds now. So if you didn't bet it then, Jackson for some reason likes him. Maybe you got better odds on it now. But yeah, that wraps it up. House Divided. Next week, tune in. Jersey giveaway. Joe's back. Second guest will be on, Brett. We'll go over Jackson's picks. But all right, we'll see you next week.